The horror film Orphan: First Kill takes us back in time and shares a video about the production process. It is challenging not to watch the video because of its captivating plot. What is the plot of Orphan: First Kill? How does Orphan: First Kill make Isabelle Fuhrman look 12 years old again? Stay tuned to find out all the important unanswered questions we need answered. First up, what is the plot of Orphan: First Kill? The 2022 psychological horror thriller movie Orphan: First Kill is a prequel to the 2009 movie Orphan. Esther sneaks into America after escaping from an Estonian mental hospital by pretending to be the missing daughter of a wealthy family. The parents were in for a shock when they thought they were getting their cherished daughter back. However, a shocking development places her in opposition to a mother who will do anything to protect and keep her family safe. After making it out safely, Esther kills Anna in her house and starts looking up American missing children so she can most convincingly imitate them. The prequel provided more information about how Esther came to lead the life of a cunning, murderous villain. The first movie focused on the recently adopted Esther as she enters a new home and a loving family, only to wreak havoc on them before the mother discovers her dark secret. Choosing Esther as her target, she makes every effort to mimic the young girl's appearance. Next up, what happened behind the scenes of Orphan: First Kill? The behind the scenes video starts with a slight trailer of the film, just to spice things up in a scary fashion. Orphan: First Kill, according to the movie's producer Alex Mace, is a prequel to the film Orphan. It takes us through the iconic character of Esther and how she made it to America and her first experience in this country. He continues, "Now let's talk about Isabelle Fuhrman. When I first found out that I would be coming back to reprise the role, I felt physically terrified afterwards. Even though it's fake, your body does not know that. And so there is something cool about walking off the stage and being like, oh my gosh." The video explains what happens behind the scenes to produce the actual results of all the blood, Esther's youth, and her attitude. Given that Esther's behavior was not depicted in the first Orphan movie, the purpose of the second was to display it. Later on in the video, they demonstrate how they can make Isabelle, 24, appear to be 12 years old again. To alter her perspective and make her appear less like a grown person, they gave another trick shot and had some cast members stand on platforms. Using actor doubles was another method they used. Fuhrman's body doubles were Kennedy Irwin and Sadie Lee, two young actors whom Bell had cast as body doubles for Fuhrman in scenes where the audience wouldn't be able to see the actor's face. Next off, what did the director have in mind when filming the movie? Believe it or not, the movie was based on a true story, making it even more terrifying to wonder if somebody thought of this. When William Brent Bell set out to helm the horror prequel Orphan: First Kill, he faced a very specific issue. In 2009, a 10-year-old Isabelle Fuhrman played Lena Klammer, a diminutive 33-year-old Estonian con artist and murderer. In the horror hit Orphan, Lena Klammer poses as a young girl named Esther and is adopted by an American couple, played by Vera Farmiga and Peter Sarsgaard. Bell wanted Fuhrman to play Esther again in his new prequel, but since the first movie, the now adult actress had appeared to have aged out of the part and could no longer pass for a woman pretending to be a child. Bell's inability and unwillingness to use multiple digital effects to turn the clock back complicated matters even further. They consequently tried every trick in the book, but not every tactic was successful. Bell once had an actress double wear a mask of Fuhrman's face, and the final result was quite simply horrifying and not fit for use. Fuhrman had to ignore the numerous distractions and once more assume the physical and mental characteristics of the psychotic Esther, somewhere in all the mayhem on the set. After some wrangling, they finally came up with some ways to portray Esther, who is a murderer and suffers from mental illness. So it must be difficult for her. Next up, how does Orphan: First kill make Isabelle Fuhrman look 12 years old again. Fuhrman was only 12 years old when she played the alleged 9-year-old girl, who was later revealed to be a woman in her 30s, playing the role of a young child. It was astounding how closely Orphan resembled a true story, and how convincingly Fuhrman was able to portray both a child and an adult who appeared to be a child. Fuhrman, who is now in her mid-20s, is resuming her role as Esther in Orphan: First Kill, more than 10 years after the original film. The Orphan: First Kill team opted for a more realistic approach, even though it would have been easy for the filmmakers to simply use CGI and the ethically questionable de-aging technology to edit Fuhrman's face to make her look younger. In the movie Orphan: First Kill, Lena Klammer's 30-year-old protagonist kills an art therapist after escaping from an asylum, and then uses the victim's computer to look up missing children, whose identities she can assume. After looking around for a while, Lena comes across Esther, a young girl who is lost, and realizes she has found the best way to get to America. She poses as the child and soon rejoins the family. For instance, Fuhrman's contacts gave the impression that her pupils were bigger, which added to the innocent expression on her face. Kids have some specific features, like wide eyes, making their faces look way more childish. Next up, how do they add practical effects to the movie? Actress Elizabeth Fuhrman shared a humorous video with a behind-the-scenes look at how the unexpected horror movie Orphan: First Kill was made, after it made its theatrical and streaming debuts. Fans can see the practical tips that Fuhrman and director Brent Bell used to make an unusual cinematic history, starting with the very first day of filming, when Fuhrman showed up wearing the pigtails once more. Images of the actress dancing with her child's body doubles can be seen throughout the behind-the-scenes video that Fuhrman posted. Given how masterfully forced perspective is employed throughout Orphan: First Kill, the changes in height are startling. In order to allow Fuhrman to reprise her role as Esther without the use of CGI special effects, the production team used a combination of makeup and forced perspective shots. This helped to reduce the cost of the film to some extent. At the end of the day, the production was willing to do anything to make the slasher villain's backstory the focal point. While some of the techniques they used to make the now 25-year-old Fuhrman look young have already been revealed, this new featurette reveals even more. Next off, how does Isabelle feel while playing the role of Esther in Orphan: First Kill? As the director, Bell opted for the practical approach when creating the film, in which Fuhrman's character poses as the abandoned and abducted daughter of a separate pair, played by Rossif Sutherland and Julia Stiles. The director explains that in order to make Fuhrman appear smaller, he went ahead and used all of the tips and tricks he could come up with at the time. He even gave casting actors who were taller than his lead a shot. She says, "Honestly, when I saw the movie for the first time, I was nervous because I wasn't sure how it was going to look. My jaw just hit the floor. I was like, I can't figure out how we did it. And I was there. I was there every single day. I saw all of the tricks, and it's still shocking. I'm just so excited for the fans to see this one. I feel like they're going to love it." Even though the acting was staged, Isabella said she still felt goosebumps. The body does not acknowledge it as fake, and the credit goes to simply the realistic set and cast. Next up, what disorder did Esther have in the movie? The movie Orphan tells the tale of a husband and wife who adopted a 9-year-old daughter named Esther, who was born in Russia. However, a few odd things have happened since they adopted Esther. When Kate tried to learn more about Esther, she learned that she was a 33-year-old woman by the name of Lena Klammer. She has a condition called hypopituitarism, which prevents her from growing. Lena poses as a young child who wishes to be adopted in order to entice and build a relationship with someone's husband. Lena is a brutal human who has already killed 7 people. In this study, the author used Sigmund Freud's theory study to analyze the film's main character's psychiatric disorders. This study employs a qualitative, descriptive method to explain the intrinsic and extrinsic elements in orphan films, such as through dialogue and scenes in the movie that is analyzed using Sigmund Freud's theory. The author was able to develop a specific psychopathic character as a result of this study. The amount of work that goes into making a movie is astounding when you get to see how things happen while filming. If you haven't seen Orphan: First Kill, now is the time to do so, as we enter the creepy season. Who is your favorite character from the movie? Do you think they should post more behind-the-scenes videos? Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching.